Hey, what's going on, guys? And holy crap! So Nintendo dropped the bombshell. Today, I'm joined by Highland Hero. I should get that out of the way right away. But
What's up, guys?
I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless.
What a
50.
way to start the
Yeah,
week, right?
yeah. So first of all, Nintendo Direct, a general Direct, first one in over 2 year or under 2 years. Um, It's going to be 50 minutes long, which is the longest general direct that's not at E3. And we already have confirmation of a few games that is going to be talked about here. So I think we should just hop right into our predictions, so we can get this recorded and get this uploaded as soon as possible. So I
Exactly.
have I have a roadmap for you, and uh, okay, it's I'm just so excited, dude. I don't even know.
Same.
Yeah. Um, Finally get that childhood spark and wonder back into these things.
Right.
Anyway, so what's gonna happen is there gonna be one, two, three, four, five, six, maybe seven segments to this. So, like I said, I'm gonna predict like seven segments. It's gonna start off with obviously they always do this. They always start off with something big. Then we go into headlines, and then we'll go into the one of two of the main segments, which we'll talk about like something specific. Then we'll have more
Okay.
headlines, another something specific, either more headlines or that's it, and then that's the point where they're just like, but one more thing, and that'll be it. So 6 or 7 segments.
Okay.
Then what we are going to have is uh, we are sorry. So we're gonna start off with Smash. Smash is going to kick it off, and it's
I
either
agree.
going to be a Gen 8 Pokemon or it's going to be Crash. One of the two. I'm setting it in, locking it in. I locked in Crash last time, but that was really dumb of me to do that. But yeah, oh well. But Crash has to come eventually, so there's that. Um,
Okay, I do agree that I think a Gen 8 Pokemon is pretty likely. I
okay,
don't think Crash is going to be next. I think they're going to save Crash for that big June, whether it be E3 or not direct.
okay,
Everyone will be watching,
all right,
and it just
fair.
boom. I think we're going to get a smaller reveal this time. I think it's either going to be a Gen 8 Pokemon, Rex from Xenoblade 2, or Ryu Hayabusa.
Okay, fair. That's fair. I should also say that in the tweet itself, it says focusing on games for the first half of 2021. I think what they mean by that will probably stop at around September, like maybe like one title for September. I like obviously June is halfway, obviously, but maybe one for September or something like that. And then obviously
What they
we'll have teasers for latter
mm,
half, like one or two teasers, not too many though. And then also they said focusing on titles that are already existing. So let's think about the most active titles right now. Smash already, they said that. Animal Crossing, which we're getting the March and February update. I don't know about the March one, but probably the February one. I think, did they already talk about February? I don't remember.
February was the festival update we got at
Okay.
the end of last month.
So yeah, it'll definitely hone in on March then. And then obviously the Mario items, the Zelda items, which is what I'm predicting, Zelda items. And I think that
Mm.
should be good for that. And then I'm trying to think of like what other
Age of
Age
Calamity.
of
I know
Calamity
that's
DLC, but
Zelda, but
we'll get into Zelda in a second. So
exactly
anyway, so with the Smash reveal, Crash or Gen 8 Pokemon, one of the two.
something
Um,
like that. Yeah.
yeah. And then what I'm actually predicting is that at the end of the direct, the Sakurai presentation is going to happen. Now this is bold.
Really.
Yeah. So, but and we're going to see like I really want to just see the Steve amiibo tomorrow. I just want to see the
So
Steve
cool.
amiibo. And then it won't actually come out until like first week of March because I think they're gonna
Mm,
next week is gonna be Pokemon week. Nothing
makes
else is gonna
sense.
happen next week, just Pokemon, and so I think Smash will just come out that following week. I think that's fair enough to say.
Mm,
So for the first of the two main segments that they're going to have, because they usually do this, they always have like covered two things. It's going to be what would have been the equivalent to a Zelda 35 direct. And in
I
this,
agree.
we are going to have a few things. One, we are going to have a replacement for Super Mario 35. but it's not going to be called Zelda 35. It's going to be called Four Swords Online.
Yes.
And that's what it's going to be. And I don't know if it's going to be Four Swords Anniversary Online or Four Swords Adventures Online or a combination of two, but it's going to be that. That's for certain. And then it's probably just going to be a limited release, knowing Nintendo. I mean, the anniversary game was limited release too. So, let's see what else we got. So we got. Okay. This is going to be a little bit bold here, but going off of what they said for what they did for Mario 5, and also I should also just say Age of Calamity DLC is going to happen right here as well. I don't really know too much about Age of Calamity yet, but I assume the leaked DLC characters are going to be in this. That's pretty fair to say. And then, so for the two main things that they're going to talk about is, one is going to be a compilation with Ocarina of Time 3D, but HD, Wind Waker HD, and Twilight Princess HD. The reason why they're putting these three together because they already have remakes of these games, and they're just putting them together in a $60 package because they already sold them before. And I don't know, but because of what they did with Galaxy 2, I don't know if Majora's Mask will be in here, but anything can happen. But the game that's going to be separate from this collection, just like 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, Skyward Sword HD, because technically it's a new game. You can't really put a new game into a compilation. I don't really see that happening. Also, I'm probably going to make a really stupid claim here, and we're probably going to see something along the lines of Bowser's Fury, or at least some sort of new mode in Skyward Sword. I don't know how far it's going to go, but something, because we already had the Dungeon Maker and Link's Awakening, so we could either have the Dungeon Maker level, or we could have Bowser's Fury level. Who knows? Yeah. I'm also going to be bold and predict that in the compilation, there's going to be another little small mode that you can play. It's gonna be Link's crossbow training.
Yes.
And you unlock it by beating Twilight Princess. It'd just be so great to have that, and actually play it without the freaking blaster thing. And then I think that's about gonna do it for Zelda 35. However, at the end of the direct, which I'll talk about later, is also gonna be Zelda related. So then the second main segment is going to be about Nintendo Switch Online. And what they're going to say is that we're changed up the servers. This is what you wanted. We're changing the servers to something new, and all future games that have online will have this. I hope it's bigger than what the leakers have said so far. Obviously, dedicated servers would be nice, but all in all, I just want it to run better. Because 3D World is okay, even though it's using the new servers, but I feel like they have a little bit more to share regarding that. But the big heavy hitter is that we're actually going to get Game Boy and Game Boy Advance online. I don't know about both, but one or the other. However, the reason why I say those and not Nintendo 64 is because currently we are sitting on Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time and potentially Majora's Mask coming to Switch. So I think that they want to hold off on those games until the hype has died down for both compilations. So next year. Because it seems like what they were doing is releasing a new console every year, and sounds like Game Boy Advance was supposed to come out last year. Might as well give it to us now. As for games that we're going to have starting on it, I'm really on the fence with Link's Awakening, because not only do you have Link's Awakening, but you also have Link's Awakening DX, and I'm really on the fence with that. It could happen because they added Mario All-Stars on SNES, which, you already have the original NES versions too, so it could happen. But what I do see, I don't know if it'll be announced here, but we're definitely going to get Pokemon on here, without a doubt. 100%. It's going to be a part of the original collection. Also, Mario Land, I don't know how far they'll go, maybe up until Wario Land 1, but I just see 1 and 2 for now. And then I obviously see the Donkey Kong Land games, although knowing Nintendo, or I guess, is it Rare's track record? I don't even know. Nintendo's track record with releasing these games, I think it's not going to happen until like a few months out, but hey, anything can happen. I'm just trying to think of like all-star heavy hitter Game Boy games. We got most of the Final Fantasy stuff and is already on the Switch with like the compilations. What else do we have? We have the Super Mario Advance games. I don't see those happening for a little while. Because because we already have again Mario All Stars. But I think it'll eventually will happen because they're technically different games. You have the Ace coins. You have, well, first of all, the only way to play the e-reader levels from Mario Advance 4 is on the Wii U now. So I mean, there's that potential too. And then I don't see Minish Cap right now. If they do Game Boy Advance, I don't see Minish Cap, but I do 100% see Oracle games. I just don't know right now. I think sometime later this year, maybe the Oracle games, but not right now. Trying to think of what else, but I think that pretty much covers it. All right, so now should I get into the minor predictions or like part of the headlines or the final end game review or reveal?
Let's do the headlines.
Okay, so headlines, and I'm gonna do this because I can't not do it. So I see Mario Party 2, or Super Mario Party 2, Mario Golf. You've changed my mind. I definitely see Mario Party Golf. I mean, Nintendo actually changed my mind because if the Direct's happening, Mario's kind of dead right now, other than Bowser's Fury. So Mario Golf kind of fits the bill. I don't know about Super Mario Party, but Super Mario Party 2 also fits the bill. So it's either one of the two or both. I definitely can see both because it hasn't stopped them before. What else do we have? I think this is really dumb of me to make this prediction, but I think that we're going to see Kingdom Hearts finally make its way. I don't know about 3, but 1.5 plus 2.5 and 2.8. But what's going to be unfortunate is that both of those games are going to be $60 each, and that sucks because 2.8 is not $60, is not worth $60. So yeah, I also see Metroid Prime Trilogy. It's definitely going to be first half. What else do we have? I think also I said... I should also say no Metroid Prime 4, no Bayonetta 3, and no Pokemon. Pokemon is going to be next week, and that's just set in stone. I see Silk Song. I think Silk Song, because they already had that magazine. I think it's releasing this year, and I think this Nintendo Direct will be a perfect vehicle for it.
Here's the talking point, though. What if they shadow drop it? Do you think that's possible?
I don't know Team Cherry well enough.
I don't either. That's the thing. I'm like...
I don't really know Team Cherry.
I could see that being like the big bombshell indie drop.
Yeah. Do you see any third-party ex-Nintendo things happening? So Mario Rabbids, Mario Sonic, Cadence of Hyrule, something? Okay.
No.
All right. Fair. Trying to see what else. I think I already covered Animal Crossing. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of partner direct type stuff is going to be in here. It's 50 fucking minutes. It's 50 minutes.
Yeah. This is the longest direct ever, basically. That's not E3, but yeah, exactly.
I think I covered all of the heavy hitters. I had this really stupid prediction, but I forgot what it was, which is sad because it was going to be something absolutely ridiculous. All right, so the final end game teaser. Well, it's technically not even a teaser anymore at this point. Well, actually, I actually see one of two things happening. One, our Breath of the Wild thing is going to be the teaser at the end of the Zelda portion. It's going to say, we're going to get a small, short trailer, boom, release date, latter half of 2021. Then, at the end of the Direct, we're going to see whatever is next for Mario. Whether that be 3D. Obviously, we just had Bowser's Fury, so I don't know about 3D. 3D, 2D, or something completely new. Or Mario Kart. Mario Kart's an option too, but I'm definitely seeing something new from Mario other than Golf or Mario Party, which will be a part of the headlines. And it could be Mario Luigi. It could... definitely not Paper Mario, that's for sure. I mean, it could be Paper Mario too. It could be like it could be a compilation or something like that, but definitely not... I don't see Paper Mario at all.
Nintendo doesn't like money well enough to do that.
I don't think they like Paper Mario enough specifically to do that. Or actually no. But that pretty much and that'll be either a 2022, like that'll be like the last thing teaser 2022, or latter half of 2021 as well. And one last final wild card prediction that'll be a part of the headlines. Pikmin 1 and 2 Deluxe. Why not? Just throwing it out there. Why not? Cool. I really want to play. I want to play Pikmin 3, but I feel like I want to play 1 and 2 first. And I think that all they have to do is do what they did with Sunshine. Just boop. Put it in widescreen. I don't really care. We don't need quality of life features. It would be nice, but hey, what can you do?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's pretty much my predictions. There was, again, like I said, I had some wild, really stupid, crazy prediction, but I don't remember what it was. It was like some kind of like me predicting exactly what's gonna happen in the game, but I lost it.
It comes to you.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. What's your prediction?
Alrighty. So this direct is roughly 50 minutes, which means they'll probably go over by a minute.
Like
or
55, yeah.
Exactly. And I think they say that to lower our expectations. So, like, the last minute or two, they're like, okay, here's one more thing. Boom,
Yeah.
2-3 minute trailer, it goes over.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, so back when we used to get these really long directs, they had to cover both 3DS and Switch. Or just 3DS and Wii U.
Wait, was 2019 the last direct with 3DS too?
I think No, I actually think the last direct with 3DS was in 2018.
Well,
I think so.
Bowser. Oh no, Bowser's Inside Story came out in 2019, didn't it?
That was the direct in 2018 where they announced Smash.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. But yeah, so okay, back when they did that, they
Luigi's
had to spend like 5-10 minutes on 3DS, and then they'd have like a really long segment on a game, which they still might. But this is at least 50 minutes dedicated to just the Switch.
Okay.
I think they're gonna go all in. I think it's gonna be big.
Oh, I'm sorry, I figured it out.
What is it?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I figured it out. Okay,
You're good.
First of all, I forgot to say, 100% Kirby's gonna be here too. I don't know what form, but he's gonna be here. Also, the Playtonic game is going to be a Diddy Kong race. I don't know if it's gonna be here, but I know it's gonna happen. I hope it is here because from what I've seen from Playtonic, they've done really good stuff. But the one rare property that's a platformer-esque type deal that they haven't covered yet is Diddy Kong Racing. And what I'm seeing is actually not just a regular Diddy Kong Racing, but a Diddy Kong Racing crossed over with Kirby's Air Ride, with obviously their own original characters. Okay. There are two dormant racing titles that both have crazy, stupid ideas. Boom, perfect. Right there. And also, this is the first, if this is true, this racing game, this would be the first Playtonic game that literally says, okay, let's just throw in Nintendo characters in there or some other characters, because like I mean like with Impossible Lair and Yooka-Laylee, you can't really do that. It's pretty much their own IP. But with a racing game, and it's basically just a new character. It's free game. It's free money. So anyway, sorry.
I would love that. But yeah, so like you, I think there's going to be a few segments. Like there is normal directs. I think one will be Zelda focused, but I'll get to that. I do think the direct starts with Smash Bros. They've already announced it's going to be here. I think it's going to be... I don't want to say it's going to be big for the character, but I think they're going to announce something else with it.
I know they could. I know they also did that with Terry too. That it was like in the middle of the direct,
exactly.
But or in the middle of the direct. It could either be at the beginning or the middle, but I definitely see the beginning. Yeah. So.
If there's a game announcement in the beginning, I think it's going to be Smash Bros.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Ryu Hayabusa. That's my bet right now. I hope it's not, because I'm like, whatever. Rex from Xenoblade 2. I'm hoping for Crash. I don't expect Crash. So after the trailer, I don't know if Sakurai's going to come on or something, and they're just going to be like, hey, they're going to do some sort of skit. They're like, hey, Sakurai, how you feeling? I'm tired. I want to stop working. Too bad. 5 more characters. Have fun.
No.
When will I ever get to take a break?
No. No, okay, so if you want to get that bold, I don't see another Fighters Pass. If they do another Fighters Pass, which there's not... Well, actually, there's one thing saying they can't, because they said they wouldn't. But anything can happen. Go ahead. I wanted to just say, if they ever do that, it'll probably be like this fighter. It's not going to go Fighters Pass 2 immediately into Fighters Pass 3. I think there's going to be some sort of break in between, especially after the pandemic. If they did ever had plans for that, I think there'll be a little bit of a downtime. And in that downtime, either they'll announce it here or otherwise, I think that it's probably more likely that we get the Missing Stages pack, an Echo pack, and a Color pack, or alt pack. I think that would be a lot better to fill in the space rather than a full-on Fighters Pass 3 because it's much easier to do. I don't even think Sakurai needs to have hands-on for that because it's just porting things over. And, yeah.
I don't think they're going to disband the team just to bring it right back together. Plus, Sakurai's a loose cannon. I'm sure he wants to move on to something else. If he starts a new project, he's not coming back.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I think if they announce new content, which just in the way of the wording of the
information,
it doesn't say a new character. Which is
did it ever use that phrasing before for a direct? I don't think they even just said. I don't think they said no Smash Bros. Before.
I don't think they've ever come out into a direct that direct screen to be like, hey, new Smash content.
That's an interesting theory. Obviously, I want more stuff, but everything leads to point otherwise. Like, obviously, Sakurai said nothing more after Fighters Pass 2. He also said at the end of Terry's presentation, no more new modes and stuff like that. But I really want it to happen. And of course, Sakurai can go back on its word very easily. But I just feel bad for... Right now, I feel bad for the guy.
I do too. And he said that a while ago. It's very possible in the last few months, Nintendo came up to Sakurai like, hey, how you doing? We want
like they did with Brawl.
Content. This game's past 20 million units sold. It's not slowing down.
Yeah.
Please keep this going until the Switch starts to die. Then we'll set you free.
Why didn't they just do that with Mario Kart too? Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know who it was, Koizumi or someone. They're like, hey, if this sells well, let's do DLC. You want to look at the you want to look at the sales? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Also, that what you just said kind of reminds me of what happened during Brawl. Like they teased it at E3, and then what's his name? Iwata went in the back and said, "Hey, can you make this game?" And Sakurai had no idea.
But I do think that a character will be announced tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be a huge character, but I think they're going to add up the hype like they did with Terry and be like, "Hey, they may not officially announce a third pass, but I do think we're going to get the whole more Smash characters are on the way thing."
Yeah.
If not that, I do think we're going to get a new mode or new stages. I think Sakurai may back off on his word that he said a while back. Might either give us the missing stages that we don't have yet, or we're going to get Smash Run.
I just want him to, like, if he does end up continuing working on Smash, like, it sounds like right now he's, like, on the fence about it. Like, even back, like, when the game was first being launched, like, he's just, like, He looked tired, like he was done already. Because he already, had Smash 4 and Uprising before that. But even then, like, if he does end up working on Smash again, I hope it's not the same monotonous, stupid shit over and over again. I want him to have fun. I want him to express creativity with it now. And I don't know if Nintendo's saying, nope, sorry, you can't do anything unless we tell you, or what. But
and that's why I think Sakurai's going to do another pass. If this crazy prediction is right, because I don't think he's coming back. I think he sees Ultimate. He's like, I cannot top this, so I don't want to even try.
I don't want to see another Smash game. I'm telling you right now, I don't want to see another Smash game. It's
going to be a disappointment.
Yeah, or if they do, it's going to be something else entirely. Maybe still a fighting game, but only Nintendo reps. It's going to be something new. I don't want to see, and I don't want to see it on the Switch either. I don't want to see it on the Switch. I want to see it on the next.
Oh, it won't be on the Switch. It would be on the successor. But I hope they just keep porting Ultimate. As lazy as
yeah. That's so easy, and the game's already so good. Like, all you need to do is add more modes. Smash Run, missing stages, and new characters is all the game needs. It's already a perfect game. Like, it's near perfect. Sorry, near perfect. We obviously don't have Subspace yet, but
But yeah, okay, moving on from Smash, I think we're going to go into some headlines. I think that's where we'll see the Plants vs. Zombies game we've been hearing about.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
A few other titles that are just neglecting my head. I think then we're going to go into the Zelda section.
Do you think
they're going to... What's up?
Do you think we'll see any more from Monster Hunter? Or it's like, oh, it's out. That's it. Oh, well,
I think we'll...
They did it with another game, too. They're just like, hey, the game's out now. Go play it. I don't remember what game that was.
Little bit of Monster Hunter, and I think that's where they're going to show the little Nintendo collaboration costumes they normally do.
Same thing with
But yeah,
Bowser's Fury. I don't know if they'll. I think they'll have like 5 seconds.
no,
Hey, it's out. Did it?
nah, I don't think we'll see it. It's already gone. It's selling
Yeah, fair.
amazingly. We don't need to. They might, but I doubt it. Then we're going to go in, after a few headlines, we're going to go into the Zelda section. And I think right away, they're going to announce the Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD collection. I'm hoping for Ocarina, but if they do bring it in, I think it's just going to be the N64 version, as lame as that sounds.
Really? I don't. I feel like it's a lot easier to put the. Well, again, they didn't put Mario 64 DS, so.
That's the thing. Nintendo values their Zelda games very highly, and both Wind Waker and Twilight Princess both came out not even 10 years ago. Much less
However,
for Twilight Princess. Yes.
if Nintendo's making this game, just like 3D All Stars, I definitely see N64 Zelda. However, Grezzo could be doing this, and they could be hands off, and that's where I see 3D. Is I feel like they're gonna be like, okay, Nintendo, you disappointed us with 3D All Stars. We're gonna make your Zelda collection sell better. I don't know. I hope it's Grezzo because Grezzo seems to do a better job than Nintendo when it comes to these things.
I would agree if 3D All Stars wasn't like 4 or 5 months ago. Grezzo didn't just walk up after launch and be like, hey, I know the game's out in a few months. We're putting a new game in. No.
Fair.
So I'm hoping, but that's the thing. Nintendo values their Zelda games very highly, so I could easily see just Wind Waker, Twilight Princess in a little bow. Here you go, $60. Those games are big. I love 64 and Sunshine. Those games aren't huge, especially 64. It's the value is there, but it's not as big as we would have wanted.
See, I would have. This is just me being stupid, but I would have just paid $60 for Galaxy alone. It's probably the only person that would do that, but yeah.
But okay, so obviously, I'm not trying to jump around a little bit, but since we're on Zelda, I don't think we're going to get N64 on NSO. We're not getting Ocarina Majora. So that's it.
Yep.
Then get some Hyrule Warriors DLC. I'm not sure if it's just going to be those data mine characters or maybe a little bit more substantial, but I think that's going to get announced.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see a little bit of a tease of a Zelda collaboration and Animal Crossing coming up in the future, kind of like what happened in the Mario Direct. Who knows? Maybe a little merchandise. And Breath of the Wild, mysteriously absent, they won't mention it.
Do you,
some more headlines.
Do you see Amiibo for Zelda? No?
We have Amiibo for every single 3D game already. I don't think so.
Because, like, I think we got those Cat Mario and Cat Peach, which are just, like... Which, by the way, the Bowser Amiibo that's already released does more than those two, which is funny. But, anyway,
no,
I don't
know. We already have links for every single 3D Zelda. I don't think they're going to... They may reproduce them. That's about it.
Okay, fair.
Also, I do not think we're going to get Skyward Sword this year. I think
really?
It's great. I can't see this collection... Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild 2 coming out in the next 9 months.
Yeah, that's the problem is because the only reason I said Skyward Sword 2 is because they did... Otherwise, it undermines, like, the Mario collection because you have 3 Mario games, a toy game thing, Mario Kart Live, Bowser's Fury, and, what was the other thing? I don't remember what it was. Freaking Animal Crossing. So I feel like if all they did was just the 2 games getting ported and Breath of the Wild 2, I feel like that is like not even the same.
Breath of the Wild 2 is miles bigger than 3D World. That's a brand new game. All Mario.
It's a brand new game though too. So
remaster.
Yeah. I feel like the only reason I said that is because it pretty much is on equal level. You got 3 games in a collection. You got a new game. A remake of a game with some new stuff in it, and then a new game extra. And who knows?
I don't think they're gonna.
Who knows too?
Quota, though.
Yeah, and who knows too? We could be still going through the Mario 35 stuff. They could just say. I mean, obviously, no, I don't think so. But they could say, oh, Mario Odyssey 2, that's coming too as part of the 3. It's whatever. We don't know anything regarding Mario, but I agree with you to some extent. Just I feel like it's not on the same level as Mario for some reason, but anyway.
And neither is Zelda.
Yeah.
Zelda's a smaller franchise, but these games are bigger. They have more value based on the size of them.
Fair.
And it's easy work. Like Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD are essentially already done. They've just got to mess with the touchpad integration they had on Wii U, fix that, and send them out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really wouldn't surprise me if Nintendo announced tomorrow that Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD are two separate games, $60 each, launching same day.
Yeah.
I hope that's not it. I really do. But
Mm-hmm.
knowing Nintendo, they're greedy. They would easily do that.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
And I do think we're going to get a Four Swords game on NSO. I'm really hopeful it's what your idea was. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be it for the Zelda stuff.
I mean, I don't know how they're going to do that because you had those mini dungeon things that you saw on the Game Boy. So I don't know how that would work, but...
Honestly, I think they might just be lazy and either make Four Swords or Four Swords Adventures just available on NSO with online multiplayer.
Yeah. There's also the idea that if we do get a Game Boy Online, like, what kind of controller would they do to do that?
Oh, God. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Because, like, N64, that's relatively easy. The third prong thing is a little weird, but I think they can manage. But with Game Boy, it's a whole entire thing on its own. Like, it would look ugly as a split controller. Like,
that's for Nintendo to figure out. I'm not even going to try to touch that.
Yeah. Although, what I would like out of that is colors. Because right now, all we have is the base. Well, I mean, NES and SNES didn't really have colors. But I definitely want to see more options in that regard.
Yeah. But yeah, moving on from Zelda, I think we'll go back into more headlines. Animal Crossing will get a big 1-year anniversary update. I think it's going to have a bunch of quality of life updates. I think Brewster's finally going to show up. We'll see the Mario stuff, and maybe there'll be other Nintendo stuff along with it, or...
At least, at the very least, Zelda. At the very least.
I think Zelda may come later in the year. I hope I'm wrong about that, but it would be cool to just be like, oh, hey, we know we teased Mario, but this is actually just the integration of Nintendo stuff in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that'd be great. Just getting the stuff from Welcome Amiibo and New Leaf back. Get the Zelda villagers, get Splatoon. Be great.
I wonder how much items and like features that are missing right now. Because obviously Brewster, that's a big one. But I wonder like truly how many items are not here. That's kind of interesting thing to look at.
I imagine it's a good bit. Like I'm a big Animal Crossing fan, but I'm not like a diehard that knows about all the collections and stuff. But I'm assuming just by hearing people talk about it that there's a good bit of stuff missing.
Yeah. I wonder if, because they're doing a different method than they did with New Leaf. So I wonder if we're ever going to get like a massive upgrade like Welcome Amiibo eventually down the line. Because
they may do paid DLC.
Yeah.
But I feel like the game is sold so well, they're just going to be like, hey, another year or so of free updates. Everyone adds new stuff. And I think this one in March is going to be big. Because it's been a year.
1 year, yeah.
I think it's going to be like Splatoon, where just a lot of quality of life stuff. I think they'll fix the crafting system, make it less tiresome, hopefully. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it'll make the Animal Crossing fans happy. And myself, because I can finally have Nintendo stuff in my house.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see anything hardware related? Because obviously not Switch Pro. It's not time yet. But it is the 4th year anniversary of the Switch, so...
If we get anything hardware related, it may be a Zelda themed Switch or something. I don't know. I don't think we're going to get that until Breath of the Wild with the Switch Pro, but I could be wrong.
Fair enough.
Okay, moving on from that, I do think Camelot is going to announce Mario Golf on the Switch. There are, it kind of sounds like rumblings that there may be like one of those Mario Sports collections.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I've heard it from a couple people, like few Twitter leakers that I don't trust.
Pandy?
But like, I don't think it was Pandy. It was that Mako Malo guy.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah. I know Macro Malo, yeah.
I'm hoping he's not right. I don't think he's got a good track record because I didn't like the one on 3DS.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about not like a sports game compilation, a sports compilation?
Like the one on 3DS with like the...
Mario Sports Superstars?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I thought you were saying like Oh, like the original Mario Golf and the original Mario
No, no.
Tennis and
It'd be a new game, but
okay,
it'd be
all right.
like that collection.
Did Camelot make that?
Let me look it up real quick. I'm actually not 100% sure, but I'm really hopeful they did not.
If they didn't, that means hey, Mario Golf is set.
Yeah, Camelot made it with Bandai Namco.
Ugh, that sucks. That really
Well, see,
sucks.
I don't think so. They did Mario Golf on the 3DS. I think they did separate ones before they did the collection. I think it's going to be the same here.
I want to
It has
see
been.
like, was Sports Mega Mix good or Sports Mix better than Superstar?
Eh, it was better, but I still didn't like it.
It was also made by Square too, so
The problem is when you have a game with a bunch of sports in it, they all feel shallow.
true.
And
Although
it's
they
been
did bring
almost
back
3 years.
soccer.
It's true, but it's been almost 3 years since Aces came out. I have high expectations.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really
So
know.
hopefully golf.
I'm not a Mario sports guy. Just based on track record and things like that, I predict a Mario Golf. But like, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not a Mario sports guy. I was
Yeah.
given Mario Tennis Aces as a gift, so it's not a. I'm like, okay, I have a feeling it's gonna happen, but if it doesn't, it doesn't really affect me. Probably affects you more than it
I'm
does
not a
me.
I'm not a tennis guy. I'm a golf. I figured out with the one on 3DS that I love Mario Golf. So I'm
Hmm.
really hoping tomorrow goes well because I have been waiting for it for honestly since Aces came out.
Like I heard that the GameCube one was really good. Power Tour, I
Oh
think it's
yeah,
called. Like I heard
Virtual
it's
Tour.
really really good, and then I played it, and I was just like, what am I doing? Like I'd rather play Wii Sports Golf.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. I just realized what. Okay, so the Platonic game was actually not my idea. I stole that from someone because I was listening to a couple other predictions earlier, but this was my idea that no one else has ever. So this is called, and I'm sorry for interrupting you again, but
No, you're good.
it literally just clicked with me, and I'm just like, okay. So this game is called Woohoo Island Adventure. Okay, and you see, Woohoo Island Adventure is a compilation of Wii Sports, Wii Sports Resort, or well, actually, it's basically all the Wii title games except for Wii Chess. We don't talk about Wii Chess. Wii Sports, Wii Play, their sequels, including Wii Sports Club, because why not? And everything will be in here. I don't know it'll be like a compilation, like where it's like Wii Sports Resort, Wii Sports Club, or if it's just like a general, all the games are in one. But we'll also see a ton of new stuff too, like Steel Diver, integration, everything that was on Woohoo Island other than Tamagotchi Life, but that's not really on Woohoo Island.
No,
Everything except for that, and obviously not Mario Kart 2. But that
that would be
was my
cool.
crazy wild card prediction.
That is not gonna happen.
I
As
know
much as I'd love it.
that oh my god, because like how are you gonna port the Wii games? You can't just say, oh, it's Wii Sports on Switch. Oh, this isn't a Wii. What like
Yeah.
they already made that mistake with the Wii U. Is this an expansion to the Wii? Like,
Yeah. It'd be cool, but
yeah,
I think Nintendo wants to distance themselves from the Wii branding as
yeah.
much as possible.
There was also what's that? Oh, Nintendo Land is really good. I guess I could just call it Nintendo World, but you
That'd be
got
cool.
Nintendo World over here, so
Honestly, what if they like made a sequel to it based on the theme park? That'd be so cool.
yeah, that would be cool. But
I
although
don't
it
think they
being on
will.
Wii U is like the kind of the selling point, because like
Yeah,
everything with the Wii U gamepad was like sort of perfect with it. But anyway,
exactly. And like, it's kind of like the Mario Maker 2 thing. Like, it was a good game, but it needed the gamepad.
yeah.
Mario Maker was perfect on the Wii U because of it.
I mean, you can
Yeah,
play it in portable mode, but something I found out by playing Mario Maker 2 is first of all, I played more on the 3DS version because it was portable.
yeah.
That's why I was so excited for this. But it's an Android. This thing is an Android. It's a touchscreen of an Android. It's not good. Like the Wii, I don't know what it is with the 3DS and Wii U. But they have like some sort of different touchscreen that works a lot better. I don't know why, but I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But it's just like I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it just doesn't work as well. But yeah,
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
no, you're all good. Okay, and Pokemon's gonna have something next week. I think that's when we're gonna see.
Yeah, next week.
We may see Snap tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I think they'll save that for the.
I think we're.
Whatever they do next week.
Honestly, I think we're done with Snap. But if not, then it'll be a part of that direct.
Pushing it with marketing, but
yeah,
I think we'll either see that tomorrow or at the Pokemon, whatever they do next week. So no Pokemon, but there's one more anniversary this year that needs to be talked about.
Metroid.
You mentioned Prime Trilogy. I think that's very possible, but I think they're going to want to release that
2D Metroid.
Before.
Exactly. Is that what you're going to talk about? Yep.
Yep.
So before you say it, let me ask: Super Metroid Remake, or the new Metroid 5, or I think it was called Dread, or what was the code name?
I don't think it's going to be a remake. I think it's going to be a new game. It may be 5, Dread, whatever, but I think Mercury Steam, there's been those rumors going around for I think about a year now. I think we're going to see it, and I think it's going to be out within the next 4 to 5 months. I'm thinking July.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
But yeah, I think Prime 4 is going to be, not Prime 4, Prime Trilogy is going to come out 8 to 12 months before 4 just to give people enough time to refresh. I think it's too early for it now. But
Nintendo Switch is such a good console, man. It's my first hurrah into so many different series. Pikmin, I guess technically Mario Tennis, now Metroid. I've never played a Metroid game before, so can I please play that on here? There's nothing Metroid right now, right? There's zero Metroid.
Nothing on Switch.
So it has to come eventually, right?
Well, even if we got nothing until Prime 4, Metroid is going to be on Switch someday.
Yeah. What if they just said, "Sorry, Metroid Prime 4 is canceled"? Like
I've been saying this for a while that 2021 I think has the potential of being the Switch's best year we'll ever see. When
we had our first 2021 discussion, it was just like we have high hopes, directs are back in full swing, and then January happened, and we're just like, oh fuck, it's over, it's all over, and then Nintendo drop this.
Well, even in our most recent discussion we had, I think we were both feeling like, okay.
Yeah, it was literally 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Like, I was like,
Directs of the future, Twitter drops, and now
oh my god.
Biggest direct ever. They're announcing everything.
I'm gonna cry tomorrow.
Oh, Hunter, me too. You're gonna just check my Twitter. I'll be a mess.
Are you at work at that time, or?
I am taking the day off. I don't even care.
So I actually found out. Tomorrow. For some reason, I thought that Pacific time is an hour before me or after me for some reason, but I actually start school at 1. So I'll be back here with literally enough time to start streaming. So if you want to join the call, I'm beyond stoked. But anyway, anything else from you?
Yeah, a few more things. But like as you were saying, they basically said first half of the year. I do think that's going to be true, but as usual with Nintendo, we're going to get 2 or 3 things for the second half of the year.
Yeah. Also, I extended that to a little bit of September just because, like,
I think they may
we're
go
in
to
February.
June, July.
Yeah.
I think that's officially going to be their first half, but I think we're going to get 2 or 3 things for end of summer through the holidays. First one, I think we're going to get a 3D Kirby. I think it's time.
My problem with that is, first of all, I'm not really a huge Kirby guy. I recently got into it. I recently got into it on my channel. It's a perfectly fine platformer. Sometimes it's hard, but like nowadays, what's going for Kirby right now? Like, even in Star Allies, like, they have like some sort of like gimmick in each game, and that's basically the extent of it. I don't know how it sells so well.
Kirby's officially never had a 3D game, and Kirby has had a release every single year, even if it's small. That's
not true. There's technically that one spin-off game.
Okay, that one spin-off game. We don't talk about Air Ride.
No, I'm not talking about Air Ride. I'm talking about...
what are you talking about?
There's like a game where he gets really big. Like, he has like a triple suck now. I don't remember what it's called. Hold on.
I don't.
Hold on. It looks like...
But yeah.
3D Block
Kirby
Land.
has a game every year. We haven't had a mainline real Kirby game since Star Allies in early 2018. It's been 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll get a new 3D Kirby game August or September.
It's Rumble. Kirby 3D Rumble.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like...
Yeah, not a mainline adventure game
I know.
I'm talking about.
I know.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
It's just funny.
But yeah, those will happen. We're not going to see Bayonetta. Oh, that game. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not going to see Bayonetta 3. We're not going to see Prime 4.
Nope. We're not going to see a new hardware.
Yeah. No. We're going to see Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Didn't the remake come out already in Japan?
Not yet. In Japan, I'm not sure, but I know it's not out here yet.
Do you think... Are we getting... Do we have a release date for that? For Nocturne?
I'm not aware. I don't think we do yet.
I do know that 2021 was the general release date for 5, but that's it.
Yeah. I think we'll see that. It may come out early summer.
Do you think we see Strikers here?
Mario Strikers?
No, sorry. Persona.
Oh. Yeah, it'll definitely be a, hey, this is coming out soon, blah, blah, blah. It'll be 15 seconds. It won't be long.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. No More Heroes 3 will also be there. I think that'll be a May or June game. I don't care. I just have to say
I forgot about No More Heroes.
I don't care about it.
It's just comes out soon, whatever. It'll happen.
Exactly.
Same, but like the problem with like No More Heroes, like there's like 3 sort of titles that are sort of in limbo right now. No More Heroes, but not as much as before. Now it sort of it's pretty much set in stone because of the ports. Bayonetta 3 and Metroid Prime 4. Bayonetta 3, I don't know, these 3 games are just sort of an anomaly in the Switch's life. Like before that, we had like Yoshi and Kirby, which like we had like title drops before, and then it took years for them to come out. Like I kind of forgot about them, if you remember that sort of small little length of time. But basically, since the Switch's launch, we've known about these games, and they haven't even seen the light. Not even like another teaser. We just have a logo, and that's it.
They'll be out one day. That's all I can say. But and then a few more headlines, smaller stuff, third-party stuff that I'm gonna make a prediction and say we're gonna get something GTA tomorrow. I don't think it's gonna be 5
okay.
as much as I do with that.
Yeah, what's weird is that the first GTA game was on the Game Boy Advance. So where Nintendo hasn't had a GTA game since
I think it'll
the
be
Wii, I think.
San Andreas or something like that. I think we're gonna get GTA 5 tomorrow. I'm hoping for 5. I don't think it's gonna be 5. But we're gonna get some high-profile third-party ports that were not announced yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that too.
A few indie games, unless they want to do an indie presentation next month, which is very likely.
I forgot to say that we will be seeing Square there, like for sure. Other than Kingdom Hearts, like I said, I think it's Dragon Quest's anniversary, so they just 3 more games. That's enough. 3 more Dragon Quest games. 4, 5, 6, done.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We're probably gonna see another compilation like Final Fantasy Saga. That's pretty easy because they pretty much had it every single direct up until now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, after all those headlines, we're going to be like last 2 or 3 minutes. Koizumi or whoever's hosting is going to wrap it up. Thank us for coming back. One more thing. Breath of the Wild 2. We're going to get a full trailer. It's not going to be like a big blowout or anything. It's going to be a full trailer. It's going to give us a title reveal. We're going to basically know what's going on. I think we're going to see that dungeons are back. We're going to see a little bit of the story, not a lot. Holiday 2020 with the full title. Direct ends.
Wait. Oh, I thought you said the name of the... I thought you were going to predict the name of it.
I can't predict Zelda games. I suck at that. But I don't think
there's so many like stupid leaks, like Death of the Wild or...
No.
Like, it's so stupid.
We're not going to see 3D Mario. We're not going to see 2D Mario. We're not going to see Mario Kart. I think that'll be later in the year. But I do have one pipe dream. I would be a fraud if I didn't say it. I think
Pikmin 4.
I think they may do a new Super Mario Bros. U to a Super Mario Maker 2. And a couple months after Pikmin 3, announce Pikmin 4.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Like I said, like I kind of see like what I want them to do because we technically haven't seen. Do we really even know? Because like, do we know more about Metroid Prime 4 than we do Pikmin 4?
No, honestly, yes and no. Like,
is it confirmed to be a game? Like,
yes.
Okay.
E3 2017. It was after Hey Pikmin was announced, so we know he wasn't talking about that. Okay. Miyamoto said that Pikmin 4 was progressing.
Okay. So what I want to happen, which I don't know anymore. I want to see Metroid Prime Trilogy so that we can have something to play until Metroid Prime 4. In that same vein, while we wait for Pikmin 4, it sounds like everyone's done with Pikmin 3 except for me. And I want to see a 1.1 and 2 collection to play on the way.
Not gonna happen. I would love it. That's too much Pikmin.
Sorry, Hey Pikmin's gonna come out as a free online title.
God no. But okay, I'm not optimistic in Pikmin 4. Obviously, why would I be?
Yeah.
But if it's announced tomorrow, it would not shock me. Just because it's been almost 4 years since Miyamoto made that comment. I know he's been busy with the theme park and the movie, but I'm sure he's been working on it. I think like a year or two ago, we heard that it might have been like rebooted, restarted from Emily Rogers. But I think it's coming out.
If anything, we'll get like, because we don't even have like a logo for this thing.
Exactly.
I think they're gonna pull a Metroid Prime 4 and just say, "Hey, it's happening." Maybe it's a 2022 release slate or something like that. But that's as far as it'll go.
For Metroid, because Prime is such a big deal with gamers. Pikmin, no. They're better off announcing it when it's 5-6 months off.
Animal Crossing did the same thing, but although it was a tie-in...
Animal Crossing sold 11 million units on the 3DS.
Yeah, but...
Animal Crossing is bigger than people gave it credit for.
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, it was a Smash tie-in, too, so...
Yeah.
They're just like, hey, Isabel... Oh, by the way, Animal Crossing is coming. Those 3 or 4 Animal Crossing people went crazy, and then everyone bought it for some reason.
I don't know how well Animal Crossing sold on the GameCube, but I know the DS one alone sold more than the entire...
New Leaf or Wild World?
Wild World.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Wild World sold like 12, 13 million.
Granted, it was a DS game, so...
It was a big seller. Animal Crossing is a pretty good thing.
Imagine if, like, they released like a mainline Pikmin game on the DS or 3DS, like a full scale. That it would have sold way better.
Miyamoto wanted to, but it wasn't feasible.
Anything else?
Going back on one thing, I do think the Zelda Anniversary Collection is going to come out next month. I know that's bold. Okay. I do think it's going to come out in March. We need something between now and Pokemon Snap, and I think that's just the easiest. Other
than the indie and triple or double or whatever, second party, whatever.
I don't see us getting a brand new game announced and released in the next 35, 40 days.
Anything regarding anything regarding Splatoon 2? I mean, Splatoon in general?
No. I think Splatoon 3 is very possible.
Spin-off?
No. They were teasing something last year. I was hopeful. It's possible. I'm not holding my breath.
Oh my god, are you talking about those Salmonid things in 2020?
Yeah, that New Year's message they did last year.
I hate that so much. I had such high hopes for that shit and nothing happened. Yeah.
What I do think is possible, though...
A Zelda Splatfest?
It's possible. But Mako Mallow, as much as I don't agree with him, he has been claiming for a while that there is a new Fire Emblem Echoes game coming out. It's possible. I'm not holding my breath. But Fire Emblem is kind of easy to milk out.
Yeah.
And push out.
I want to see another... Well, never mind. I shouldn't even say that right now. It's too close. I was going to say I want to see another Warriors game, but no.
Yeah, way too soon. It probably won't be until the first year of the successor.
Do you think that we'll get another, like, mobile port? Because we had Fire Emblem Warriors. We could see something else in that same vein. We got Dragalia Lost, which could be a good one. Super Mario Run, no. That's never going to happen.
We're not going to see mobile. Mobile's dead for Nintendo. It really is.
I'm not mean like the next game. I'm saying like a port to Switch.
No, absolutely not. Nintendo doesn't want to do that.
Okay, because I would really like to see Miitomo or Tamagotchi Life.
Miitomo died years ago. They don't even. It's not even a mobile game anymore.
I just want more Tamagotchi. I want more Mii games. I want Miis to come back. Because they killed them like 2 years ago for literally no reason.
I don't think so, but I think a Tamagotchi life game is possible, but not right now.
Did it sell well at all? I mean, a lot of fans
It,
expressed
I think
interest
it
in it,
sold a
but
couple million. I think it
okay.
did. Actually, I think it's in the top 10 of
Because
3DS.
I
Let me check
didn't
real
I
quick.
didn't even know it existed until a couple of years ago when my friend told me about it, and I played it for like a good solid 6 months, and then I gave up on it. It's because it's not.
Oh, I was there day one for that direct, and
Yeah, no,
I was in
I
love
did.
with
I don't
that
even
game.
remember the direct, to be honest. I might be too young, but
Tamagotchi Life sold 6.5 million units. It's
what's the
number 10
top?
on the top 10.
What's the top right now? Was it Mario Kart 7?
Yep, 18. Then Pokemon X, Pokemon Sun, Pokemon Omega, New Super Mario Bros. 2, Animal Crossing sold almost 13 million on 3DS.
Okay, that's interesting
Yeah,
because I didn't even I forgot that game like even existed for a really long
yeah,
time.
it's in the top 10. Amazingly, it
Yeah.
sold very well.
Hmm.
So there's precedent for a sequel.
Trying to think of what else that we haven't covered from like some other developer.
Really, I
Uh,
think we got about everything. Like, of course, there
yeah.
could be surprises. Hell, Nintendo could
Oh
announce
yeah.
a new IP.
What I want to see though is something special, something big, something new. Like, because
Mhm.
obviously we have the Zelda, that should be enough to satisfy most of us. But I want to see something new, something special, whether that's Mario, whether that's something I don't know. I want to see that big surprise because for them to say, "Oh, Smash Bros. Right out the gate," that's just like okay, that's kind of like that lowers and higher expectations at the same time because it's just like okay, obviously it's gonna happen, but what's that big new surprise? Like I feel like we'll be,
Obviously,
I
obviously,
yeah
it's been over 500 days since the last direct. They've made the direct date their Twitter banner. They've used the
yeah
fonts on
they
Twitter.
know it's gonna be
They're
big,
marketing
yeah
the hell out of it. They know it's going to be a
yeah
big direct.
yeah.
They know it's going to be a big year.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to have a lot of announcements. I really think that
It's 50 minutes.
going
50 minutes.
going into
Forget
most
this.
directs, people are like, calm your expectations. And I would still say that.
Yeah, of
But
course.
chances are we're walking out of that direct with four or five, if not more, Nintendo reveals. We're gonna see Breath of the Wild 2. That
I
one's
mean,
maybe. I
with
admit.
Smash and Zelda alone, that's enough.
Exactly.
But it's 50
Exactly.
fucking minutes. It's
But
50 minutes.
don't expect to walk into this direct being like, okay, we're gonna see Breath of the Wild 2. We're gonna see
No.
Mario Odyssey 2. We're gonna see Mario
Yeah,
Kart 9. No.
obviously don't and also think about it reasonably too. Don't think heavy hitter after
Exactly.
heavy hitter after heavy hitter. Like
Like
it's
for
going to be
every
evenly balanced. It's going to be like think about the make your own direct thing. Like obviously the
exactly.
poorest scores were the heavy hitter after heavy hitter because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make logical sense for Nintendo to do that.
For every
So,
Breath of the Wild 2, there's gonna be a Mario Golf. For
mhm,
every I know I'm trying not the Zelda collection is not
yeah.
huge, but
But
for every Zelda collection there's
this
gonna
is
be a
a
Metro.
this is a very special case because we do have the Zelda anniversary. This is a very special case where we'll have a few heavy hitters right in a row, but other than that, it's
We've got anniversaries this year. We've got dev cycles from year one of the Switch coming back around. It's a big
yeah.
year,
Mhm.
and it's going to be so special because in the last year, Nintendo has not had many opportunities to announce games that have been coming out this
Now,
year.
do you think that it's 50 minutes because we're getting the backlog of 2020 as well as whatever was supposed to come out this year?
I'm iffy. I really only think the only game that got delayed into 2021 was 3D World. I think that
That's
was
it,
supposed to be
really?
a. I really do. Like
Then that would have
maybe.
been such a bad year then.
I
Like
mean,
really bad.
honestly, 2020 wasn't as bad as people make it out to be. It was
Well,
a
yeah.
good year. It was just very
It was a
quick
good
heavy.
year, but also add COVID on top of that. If we didn't have
Yeah.
COVID, like if this was it, that's kind of
I think if we had directs all throughout last year, people would have been more okay with 2020 as they are now.
hmm.
But now
Well,
we have a year and a half almost without a direct. There's a lot of hope riding on this, and honestly, it's going to be a big direct because
yeah.
we haven't had one in so long. There's a lot of things to talk
Well,
about.
don't I mean obviously a lot of people say yeah this is the next big direct and they always have something big in the big directs, but don't forget we did have technically a mini back in April, so it
We
hasn't
had
been that
nothing
long,
new.
but it hasn't been a
There
real
was
direct since
nothing
then.
new in that direct.
What?
There was an arms smash reveal in Clubhouse Games. They didn't announce a new game.
Yeah, that's true. Oh wait,
That
did
was
they? I feel like
nothing.
they did talk about something, but I can't remember.
They talked about Xenoblade and the
Oh
Pokemon
yeah, that
DLC.
is right. Well,
That was
they
not a
always
good
do that with
direct.
every single direct that happens after Pokemon's initial direct, which obviously
Mhm.
hasn't happened yet. They always have like a small little thing saying, "Hey, Pokemon's happening too. Don't forget."
Yeah. But no,
Like so,
that direct was nothing.
yeah,
It was good to get the Xenoblade out there. It was good to show the Pokemon DLC. It did not have any substance. It did not
yeah.
announce anything new besides Min Min and Clubhouse
I
games.
think the highest point of that year was definitely the Mario 35
100%.
direct. And except for people who are like King K that are just like Mario 3D All Stars is bad. Just it's it's it's
Yeah.
it's
But
it's enough. Okay.
that direct and waking up to see Paper Mario and Hyrule Warriors getting announced.
Yeah. Oh
Those are the
yeah, those
highlights
two
of the
too.
year.
Yeah. Paper Mario was interesting because like they're like, "Oh no, it's another Paper Mario in the style of Color Splash. What are they going to do?" And then it came out and everyone's like, that's not
Yeah.
bad. So it was
Yeah.
kind of like it wasn't like, "Oh my god, it's another Paper Mario." So it was kind of like mid.
Normally, I try to tell people to hype responsibly. You know what?
Hmm.
Throw that shit to the wall. Just don't expect a huge Smash character. We just
Yeah.
got 2 megatons.
Yeah.
Expect something smaller and maybe something added extra with Smash.
Yeah. And just also I keep saying this too. It if even if this is a shit direct, we already have Smash confirmed, and it's 100% gonna happen if Zelda's gonna be here. It'll be okay. Everything else doesn't matter. We're already getting Zelda. We're already getting Smash. If they
Unless
don't
this
do
shit
Zelda,
hits,
if they
they're
don't do
gonna do
Zelda,
Zelda.
if
The
they
Zelda's
don't,
anniversary is
I
this
know,
week.
I know. If they don't, then Nintendo's not doing anything for Zelda, and I think they're done with Zelda for the rest of time.
Worst case
Breath of the
scenario
Wild
is
2 is canceled.
I think they announce a Zelda Direct for the future. I don't think they're gonna do that.
That'd be so weird, though.
It would be
It's
very weird.
don't again. 50 minutes. 50 minutes. Like
We may not like worst case scenario is we don't get Breath of the Wild 2. We get a few we still get a few reveals. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a good direct. But it has the potential of being honestly, it could be our best direct ever. I'm not gonna assume it is.
which one was the best direct? It was 2019,
I
right?
think
Or was it?
E3 2019 and E3 2014 are, in my opinion, amazing.
Uh, I don't care about Wii U and 3DS because
I
I
get
wasn't
that.
I
But
wasn't
yeah,
I wasn't
E3
really there.
E3 2019 was amazing.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
I
it
think
could
Mario
be better
Maker.
than
Oh wait,
that.
no, Mario Maker was like a few weeks before that. I forget
Yeah.
about yeah. But yeah, that was a
No,
big one.
it's gonna be a big direct, and even if it doesn't meet people's expectations, come back next week. Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to assume. I do think Gen 4 remakes are getting announced next week.
Yeah.
So
So one
gonna be
final
a good
remark:
yes,
is this it, or are we finally back to normal? And
we're back.
is Nintendo Nintendo making a Nintendo Direct saying that in a few months everything is back to normal? Nintendo is that light shine in through the dark, and we're done with everything that was shit. And Nintendo is the leading cause. Well, not cause, but
In my opinion, if Nintendo can get everything together to make a 50-minute direct, we're back. I think we're gonna.
and
Get two more
everything in
directs
life
this-
is back too.
Yes. I think we're going to get the direct around E3 time, whether it's a part of E3 or not. And we're gonna
Nintendo
get
Direct
fall
is the
direct.
Nintendo Direct is the vaccine.
Oh my god.
I mean, people
But yeah.
people have been kind of going crazy with that one. So I mean,
Yeah.
this is a medicine in some regard.
But no, like, most directs, they tell people hype responsibly. Have fun. It's going to be a great show, but don't expect 5 or 6 megatons.
Yeah,
Expect 1 or 2 and a bunch of smaller stuff. Smaller. Like,
yeah.
Metroid, Zelda collection. I've been hearing Spawnwave talk about this a lot lately. I do not want to see a 2D Zelda collection. That will break
I've
my
never
heart.
even heard of. I never even thought about that
He's
at
been
all.
talking like a few times lately about the Oracle games, Minish Cap, and Phantom Hourglass. That would break my heart.
Why? That sounds so
Because
stupid.
it's new.
It's not a
Twilight
celebration
Princess
of anything.
and Twilight Princess and Wind Waker have already been done before. Let's do something new.
What?
Phantom
What kind of
Hourglass is one of my
nonsense?
least favorite games of all time. I hate
Like,
that game.
At the
That will
very
break my heart.
least, if they do some kind of 2D collection, that's also alongside the Wii U ports. That's
Exactly.
extra.
If we get both,
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
But that will break my heart if we get that in place of Wind Waker and Twilight
Yeah,
Princess.
it's just like, really, like I would love to play the games on Switch because I've never played them before, but I'd rather this is more, the 3D games are more of a celebratory of the 3D of Mario or of Zelda. With Mario, it's the same thing, but they already did that with the 2D games. Although I don't know how well received a new Super Mario Bros. All Stars would have been. I would have liked it, but I definitely prefer the 3D All Stars, especially in this day and age. 3D Mario is definitely more preferred over 2D, and the 2Ds are doing something right now. I don't know what they're doing. They're all the same game, but with the 3D All Stars, this is really celebratory, at least in this day and age. Back then, the All Stars did its job, except for the 25th anniversary. I don't know what they were thinking. With this anniversary, this was it. This is celebratory. With Zelda having a collection like this, like, I don't know. The having two separate Wii U ports, that's not really celebratory to me. But if they do it, that's better than just a 2D collection.
I am 95% sure this time tomorrow, collection or not, Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD will be on their way to Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think we will be seeing a handheld Zelda collection. It would be interesting.
Ooh. But what if we see a new handheld Zelda?
Maybe I think that's next year, honestly.
You think we'll get a new 2D Zelda before, or not handheld, 2D before Oracle remakes?
Yes.
Okay.
I think this year is whatever they're doing for the 35th anniversary plus Breath of the Wild 2. I think next year will be a 2D.
Yeah, Pokemon is clearly more important than Zelda. 25. All right, anything else? Any, like, stupid stuff like my Woohoo Island prediction?
My hype level is at a 35 out of 10. If
we
have the Direct tomorrow, somehow everything falls apart, the year is garbage, we're getting next to nothing.
This Direct is literally going to be the end-all be-all. If it's a perfect Direct, which is already set up to be Smash alone, Zelda alone, if it ends up being the worst Direct ever, this year will be worse than 2020. It is a precedent for the rest of the year.
It really is.
Like, even though Nintendo has nothing to do with the state of the world right now, it is 100% going to be a precedent, because if this Nintendo Direct is really well, because it looks like it, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the biggest watched Direct too. Like, the biggest numbers.
Right, but last time I checked,
there's people watching right now.
There's 125,000 some odd likes on that tweet. That's more than Breath of the Wild 2 got on its reveal tweet.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to be huge.
This is a 7 out of 10 Direct. Best case, 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. I am beyond hyped.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's literally like it's a drought, and this thing is going to be oversaturated. So it's going to be like a double whammy. Yeah. So it's like, not only did we have nothing for so long, but this thing is already set up to be a huge Direct. So not only are we going to satiate our drought, but we're also going to be drowning in information.
The best part is, this is not even counting first party, which is there's going to be a lot of first party there.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the point where the Switch has passed 80 million units, so third parties actually care now. We're going to get some cool third party announcements.
Ooh.
Like, think about it. Crash was announced last week. Crash is not going to be in this Direct. What else can be?
Do you think we see the rumored Valorant trailer here? Well, there wasn't a rumored trailer, but like, there's been rumblings that Valorant is coming to Switch. I just don't know in what form.
No idea.
It's a good shooter.
Cool.
My one wildcard prediction, I know it's not happening here, but eventually, at some point, Nintendo, well, more specifically Activision, please put the Black Ops games on Switch. Please, for the love of God, it's not that hard.
Give us any Call of Duty. I'm shocked they haven't yet.
Yeah, I think they just gave up. I don't know if you read this, but apparently one of the Activision guys, they're asked, hey, are you going to bring some sort of Call of Duty to the Switch? And he laughed at him. He laughed.
Yeah, and I don't blame him.
Like, back then, yeah, of course, because the Wii U, Black Ops 2, I don't know what they were thinking. It's fine on the Wii U gamepad, but back then, first of all, who owned a Switch and who owned a Pro controller to actually play it normally? And also, from what I've heard, a lot of people say that the original trilogy on Wii was good with the motion controls, but I don't know how much precedent that has. But like, on the Switch, we don't need motion controls. And hey, there's people that actually like gyro. First, another thing too. People like gyro, so that could be implemented too. And Black Ops is probably one of the most best-selling games. It's an easy port because they're old games, and no one likes Black Ops 4. So, and if anything, they could add Warzone. They already have Fortnite. Warzone is not that heavy of a game. It's not as big as like Cold War or something. So yeah. Although I don't know if they would do it in a direct though. I think that's something like Activision would just be like, let's post a tweet or something because they already did it with Crash. So although I don't know how hands-on Activision is with Crash now, but whatever.
To wrap this up, tomorrow if Crash gets announced, the Zelda collection finally happens, we see Breath of the Wild 2 or Pikmin 4, you're gonna catch me on Twitter crying.
Yep.
That's it.
You're probably gonna catch him here crying too.
Oh yes.
If we can get together, but
I am absolutely down for a post-direct discussion.
Yeah. Or I mean to react to it. I don't know if you can join the reaction.
I'm not sure. I'll let you know.
All right. But yeah, do you want to close it or do you want me to close it? Because I opened it.
By all means, go ahead.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I gotta upload this right now because otherwise it's gonna be outdated because I posted the fairy fountain episode like seconds too late. So
right.
So if you don't see us, if you don't see him tomorrow, you'll definitely see me on stream over on twitch.tv/SlimeBoss21. We'll do a reaction, I'll upload the VOD to YouTube, and we'll see you guys back here in March to talk about it. And
absolutely.
Yeah, we'll talk about this and Pokemon as well. I'll probably be gushing about Pokemon. You won't, but I will.
I'll be gushing about Zelda. Come on.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that we're pretty much even. Like, you like Zelda as much as I like Pokemon, and I probably like Zelda as much as you like Pokemon because, like, I want to get into Zelda way more. I don't hate Zelda. I'm also not a huge Zelda guy, but I love the game because I mean, from what I've watched, I like the games.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's enough.
All right.
Thank you so much for watching. I think this was crazy. I don't know how we had an hour and 16 minutes of predictions when the direct is only going to be 15 minutes, which I say only, but this is the biggest normal direct that's not at E3. So
I'm betting this will be the biggest direct we've ever had. I really do. I could be easily wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Again, also hype level through the roof and beyond for this thing.
5 out of 10.
Yeah. Well, haha, you're funny.
Very funny.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.